Hey everyone, today we are going to be taking a look at the Brothers of Light Miloween deck that a lot of people run various renditions of, but I'll show you one that I put together on my free-to-play account that I just started on, so I don't have a ton of cards on this one, and then we'll look at what I would turn this deck into if I had more cards. So, the only cards that I think are important right now in this deck to get started are two Brothers of Light, Beam of Doom, which you should already have, 2 Healing Fireballs, and Rampage Potion. The reason I put in the other cards is to cover the weaknesses of Brothers of Light. Crossbows I put in just because it's a cheap anti-air unit that'll allow me to cycle to my Brothers of Light faster. It's able to take bridges. Lead Swarmer, it's tanky, able to take some hits to put in front of my crossbow dudes to create a little bit of pressure while I'm trying to cycle to my Brothers of Light. Rampage Potion, you just gotta rage those Brothers of Light. They do like 50% more damage. Shock Rock I think is really good against Scrats. It'll one-hit Scrats, it'll one-hit Peller Scrats, one-hit or stun, lots of things. Daggerfall to take on the little boys that try and stop your Brothers of Light, try and get in the way. Frost Feathers are a pretty good anti-air. I pretty much put them in this deck because I had them, and they were one less mana than Drone Buzzers. Sniper Scrat is really good, especially with Brothers of Light. If your opponent puts out various air units like Drone Buzzers or Harbingers, it's able to take them out from a long range. That range makes it able to where they're able to help the Brothers of Light, even if the Brothers of Light are like pretty close to the enemy's base. If you just place down a Sniper Scrat on your side of the map, it's able to hit almost all the way over there. Beam of Doom I have in here because there's a lot of cards that you need to just blow through with Brothers of Light that they're weak against. Like if your opponent plays Harbingers or Colossus, that's something you gotta blow through before they affect them too much. So the reason I chose Miloween for this deck is pretty much exclusively for her Arcane Golem. The Arcane Golem covers a lot of weaknesses of the Brothers of Light. It is a unit that can hit air that is resilient to spells and removal. I'm running a very spell-heavy deck, and it scales with spells. As you see, when I cast a spell, it gains 30 health and 5 damage every time I cast a spell. So every time I'm using a spell to buff my Brothers of Light, every time I'm using a spell to remove their units, my unit gets stronger. And if you get to level 2, the Arcane Missiles are very strong at removing air units. They're very strong at just providing extra damage where you need it. You're not really going to make it to tier 3 with this deck, but if you did, her tier 3 adds 5 levels to her Arcane Golem. So it's like you played 5 spells every time you put down Arcane Golem. So that gives it an extra 150 health and an extra 25 damage per hit. Which, that's a lot. Okay, so I'll show you 2 games that I played with this version of the deck, and then we'll move on over to my other one. So these games don't really showcase exactly how to use every card in the deck. They're mainly just to show you the combo with Brothers of Light and setting up, getting your deck in the right rotation that you want. So here I'm setting up Brothers of Light with Crossbow Dudes because that's strong. Then he Beams of Doom. That's fine. Doesn't kill my Brothers of Light, so I just healed them up. And then I just put a Rage Potion on him. I'm waiting for him to play a whole bunch of swarm stuff on him. That's why I'm hovering with the Shock Rock. After a little bit I realize he doesn't have anything, so I just Shock Rock the Werewolf. And that's kind of it. So here I don't start with Brothers of Light in my hand, so I'm playing cards to just be able to cycle to them. I wait for the Plasma Marines to attack the base so my crossbow dudes can kill them without dying, and then my crossbow dudes are able to go take the bridges. If I just played my crossbow dudes, the Plasma Marines would have just killed them. Played the Frost Feathers kind of just to get them out of my hand, maybe kill a Drone Buzzer, which they killed one. Here, I have the choice between either playing Brothers of Light or Beam and Dooming the Harbinger. If I play Brothers of Light, the Harbinger is just going to kill them before I can save up for Beam and Doom. So I have to Beam and Doom the Harbinger before I'm able to play the Brothers of Light. I don't really have a problem with this because that means Harbinger goes back on the bottom of his deck and it'll be a while before he can get to the Harbinger again. And then I just save right back up for Brothers of Light. I'm putting the Arcane Golem behind to add more DPS and to be able to counter any air units my opponent uses to stop them. So he just used a Chain Lightning and a Fireball to take care of my push, which it didn't, and then I was just able to use a 3 mana heal to bring them all back up to full health. So he spent 8 mana to try and deal with it, and I spent 3 to counteract what he did. And that's a win. Okay, so here is what I would turn this deck into if I had more cards. Black Hole I have in this deck because I really believe that this, with all the decks that I've been seeing on the ladder, that this is the season to get really good at playing Black Hole. It's a really hard card to use, and it requires very precise timing, but it can be very effective. It allows you to put your units into a stasis, and so things that would be thrown at them, like spells, wouldn't hit them. I believe it is really good right now because everyone is running Smite. Smite has an audio cue that is a little bit before it hits. If you're able to get your black hole down and get your units in the black hole before Smite hits, that'll be huge. Like, not having your Brothers of Light get hit by a Smite, and then your opponent, which is they're probably only running one Smite, has to cycle through their whole deck for the removal again. And a lot of people are only running, their only removal spell is one Smite, because that spell is so strong. I just think that if you're able to do that, that'll just kind of win you the game, I think. That's something I'm really going to be practicing on my streams and in my gameplay, is to get good at using Black Hole, because I think with everything going on, it's just the way to go. Crossbow dudes, I carried them over from the other one because pretty much propeller scrats and able to take bridges, stuff like that. Lael's Vortex, it's one of my favorite spells in the entire game. It allows you to make a lot of plays by pulling units. Yeah, it makes dreams come true. Kills lots and lots of stuff. Shock Rock, able to stun things to allow your Brothers of Light to kill them. Able to kill a lot of little things. It's just a very useful card. It's a card you gotta... The more you think about it, the more uses you'll find for it. Armored Scrats. This is a card that I've really been looking at a lot more lately. It is a very good counter to Colossus. I really think this card is really good right now. 2 Healing Fireballs, just able to heal Brothers of Light. Nothing much to that. Rampage Potion, I think, is perfectly fine in this deck. But if you have Sunburn, I would use Sunburn. Because Sunburn is able to kill a lot of things. Drone Buzzers, Scrats, and then if your Brothers of Light are on their tower and they put down units to try and kill them, you can Sunburn, kill those units, and then your Brothers of Light have Rage. Which, you know, that's really strong. Smite, just an insane card. Very good right now. Since I'm running 2 Brothers of Light and they're Empyrean, I have Smite. That's my 3rd one. Sunburn is Empyrean, so that's my 4th, and then Crossbow Dudes are my 5th. So I'm able to get that Empyrean army and get that Holy Fire. It's able to kill all the units that they put around your Brothers of Light to stop them from killing their core, and then it has the Holy Fire, which deals 100 damage and heals for 100 health over 5 seconds, so that's 20 health a second, 20 damage a second. Beam of Doom, talked about it before, able to kill a whole bunch of big things. And then Brothers of Light are kind of the whole point of this deck, so that's why they're in there. Now I'll show you all some games at a higher level than my other account. I know I'm only at Plat 3, but it's the beginning of the season. I haven't climbed that much. Alright, so I have Brothers of Light starting in my hand, so I'm going to go ahead and just save up for those and play them. I put them in the middle right there so they would go to different bridges. It's the beginning of the game, and I'm thinking it's likely he has stuff in his hand to counter them. I black hole there as soon as the Colossus starts swinging back his hammer, because his attack animation is really long, and so if I black hole him, it resets his attack animation so my Brother of Light is able to get off more hits. Then the Colossus aggroes onto my other Brother of Light, and I don't want that happening, so I Laels the Colossus away, hopefully make him go top lane, and not target my Brother of Light so he's able to get more hits in. I'm letting my Master's Tower take out bot lane, and then here's what I was talking about the Barrel Scrats. So you saw how I put the Barrel Scrats around the feet of the Colossus, so they spread out around him, and so all of the Barrel Scrats do not get hit by the same cleave. It makes it so where the Colossus can't hit all of them at the same time, and he has to take more hits to get through. And then I Beam a Doom to kill the Colossus before my opponent is able to support him. There's kind of the same thing that I was talking about before with the Barrel Scrats. I put the Colossus around the feet of him so he wasn't able to hit both of them with the same swing, but then the Brothers of Light kind of just booped him, so he did anyways. sunburning there for the damage. And now I'm just going to save up for Brothers of Light and play them again. You see, I did the same thing I did before with using the black hole to reset the Colossus's attack animation, so it takes him longer to actually get a hit on my guy. Beam of Dooming to take out all the stuff on his base, and that made it to where I was able to do enough damage to kill him. Here I'm starting with both Brothers of Light in my hand. I don't want him to steal my Brother of Light, so I'm delaying it with the Shock Rock. But he's still able to anyways, so I just smite it and get rid of all of that, and so I'm just able to reset. I could have put the Brothers of Light on top of Ardrea and killed her because she was the biggest threat there, but because of her death rattle, I went ahead and played the Brothers of Light to where they would be able to kill the Legionnaires before they actually went in and attacked Ardrea. So only the crossbow dudes got hit by her death rattle. I could have sunburned instantly, but I don't need to. I'm waiting to see if he plays something so I can get more value out of my sunburn. I felt like that would be a better Laos than sunburning them, because the Laos would pull my Brother of Light towards the tower and it would kill all the crossbow dudes. And it's very good against shields. That'll do a lot of damage to my core, so I just decided to Beam of Doom it. It's 7 mana for 7 mana, Shock Rocking them to reduce damage they deal to me. I wasn't fast enough on the smite there to hit both of them. I could have been ready for that. So, since that other one up there stalled, I just decided to go for my Brother of Light to have them kill that one before the other one's able to join them. Then they're able to kill both of them without either of them dying, and so I'm able to heal them up. There I black hole to reset the time it takes the ghost to steal my Brother of Light, so that I'm able to react to it with the magic missiles. He's going for Ardrea again. I don't want whatever he's going to follow up with her with, so I just go ahead and smite her, so that gives the Holy Light to my guys as well. It'll take my Brothers of Light a little bit to get through those shields, so I'm just going to go ahead and sunburn, kill the last Brother of Light, and give my guys rage. I'm using the Lails again to kill the shielded crossbow dudes because it'll take my guys a bit to get through them. And with the rage, they should be able to finish them off there. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. I really like this deck for climbing because the games are very fast and it's a deck that you're able to react to a lot of things with. I've seen versions that people use Valorian. I think the Miloween version is better than the Valorian version. I think people are just using Valorian because he's new. I also stream on Twitch. The link for that will be in the description. If you want any help on there, you can just come in and ask me. There's also a Discord in the description as well that you can pop in on and you can ask any questions there as well. I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe. Goodbye.